In the only building this franchise has ever known. We're at the home of the Texans. Welcome to NRG Stadium in Houston. Here's Tyler Bass to get this one started. And we're off and running from Houston. This will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of the... All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Now begin with a run by Nixon. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Stroud off the play fake. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Working quickly here. On 3rd and long, it's Stroud. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Running for it, Mixon. He's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. First down, Stroud. Escapes the pocket. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. From the gun, Stroud. Just on the other side of midfield. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. First and 10, on to Mixon. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
When you call that first down running play, you don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
Opening drive going according to plan. This is 1st and 10 at the 36. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Pass caught by Mixon. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Running with Mixon out of the gun. And he could only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Shroud. Finds a man right side. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans finish up an excellent opening series. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, finish off with the
splits the uprights. And the Texans will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Ty Johnson now to return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And what a great start for their series. He's all the way up close to the 45-yard line before stepping out.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Allen taken right to the air. He's on the move. On the move, looking deep down the middle. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
Running for the first time with a man out of Florida State. And the reverse call pays off. Some decent yardage before he's brought down. Offense in the hurry up here. Straight ahead, here's Cook. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. So some time to maybe reconsider what to do on 4th down. That's the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. We'll make our return to NRG Stadium after this. We're back for the second quarter. Bills in possession of the football. We'll see if they want to take the risk on 4th and a couple. They'll go. Allen. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Jimmy Ward has it. And the Texans take over. Ends in a defensive highlight as he picks out the throw and gets his guys off the field.
You know, one way or another, it looked like they were going to get off the field that time, but it's so much sweeter as a defense to run off that field holding the ball. So many defensive coaches in this league preach it. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Not only the energy you create on your side, but that little seed of doubt you put in the quarterback's mind the next time he goes out to throw it.
And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Second and 12 behind the sticks. Has his man. It's Mixon. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Offense up to the line fast. And the shotgun to give to Mixon. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. That's Gregory Rousseau who cleaned up that play. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
Going right side, Mixon with it. And he's brought down for a loss.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in the locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
We've hit the 2-minute warning now at NRG. The Texans trying to add to their lead. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. On the ground again with Mixon. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting balls show off his wheels.
Mixon. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. Working quickly here. Again, they give to Mixon. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Texans grow their lead just before halftime. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Fairbairn connects on the extra point. And the Texans double their lead to 14. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Johnson with a return here. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. He finds Kincaid. And he's brought down after a short gain. From the shotgun, it's Allen. He throws a bullet deep to the... Oh, this is getting up the early. Intercepted again. Picked off. They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left. Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
On play action, here's Stroud. He just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Going on 3rd down, Stroud. He's cut on the left sideline. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. 1st and 10 after that last highlights. They're at the 30. To the air yet again, it's Stroud. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Terry Johnson has it. And the Bills make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, kid. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought with defenders or offensive backs with their hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying this one up the gut. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Headed out right. Curtis Samuels there for the catch. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. It's Allen out of the pistol. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So it'll be 2nd down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
First and 10. Here's Allen. Buys time, rolling right. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. Second down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. Pass brought in by Amari Cooper. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Throwing now on 1st down, Allen. He's got this complete to James Cook. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. Offense in the hurry up here. Working inside the red zone. This one's caught. And in. Touchdown, Buffalo. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play. Right? When you don't have to settle for field goals, you could throw it underneath and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
Allen gonna throw again. And a call to go for it not awarded as the pass falls incomplete. All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Straight out. Gets this to Stover. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Texan up the middle. Runs inside the 35. And he finally ends up out of bounds after a huge gain. That sets him up with first and goal. They're going to run here. It's Mixon. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
We'll see them tackle second and goal after the break. It's the Texans in possession of it, needing to preserve that lead over one final quarter. Backed up to the 8 here. It's second and goal. Keeping it with Mixon. And he's got them down to the doorstep inside the 5. A 5-yard pickup sets him up with third and goal from the 3.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult fourth down decision.
Buckle up, it's third and goal. Oh, fullback's got it, look at the power. And he's over the line and in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score, don't let it go to fourth and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
And how about the other side? Beating a defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the line stand. All that motivation wasn't enough to stop them.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Johnson now on the return. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Get some space around midfield. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels, and right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Allen now on first down. Broken out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for Keon Coleman that time. So second down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
We had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that's going to leave him with a tough third and long. Again, Allen to the air. That's caught for the first. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. Offense up to the line fast. To throw again, it's Allen. Pulls it at the 7. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. To the air again. Allen has it in close. Touchdown, Buffalo. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Extra point try coming. This would importantly make it a one-score game. The kick is good, and they've moved back within a possession in the fourth. All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Staying between the tackles with Mixon. And he's brought down for a loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
All right, here we go. Second down.
All right. We can freeze the defense. We got to make a play here.
Shotgun now for Stroud. Wow, still throwing, and this is intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it off. And the Bills have some new life in the fourth.
Well, that's now his second time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the second on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
He'll look to throw it. Caught at the 10-yard line. And in, touchdown Buffalo. So there's part one, Brock. They get the touchdown that they desperately needed. Now you'd imagine comes a try for two.
You know, Kate, this might be just as tough as that touchdown. I know they work all week on their two-point plays, but they're hard to execute. That being said, if they want to force overtime, this is a must.
So here comes a big play. Bills going for two. Here he is to throw. And he's got a man open. Complete. And he's in for the two-point conversion. And near the tail end of this game, ho-ho, we are all tied up. Bass now to kick this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Drive starts out with a first and 10.
All right.
Back to throw. Makes the grab and bounds offside.
You know, Kate, we're finding teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
Here we go.
A handoff for Mixon, running right. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short game. 3 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. This is Mixon, and he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. That's a pickup of 9, and it sets up a Houston first. Now the Bills use their 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Wary of the clock here, Brock, but at least all their timeouts are still available. It's 1st and 10. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. The clock rolls as the Texans try to hurry their offense to the line. It's Mixon on 2nd down. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
What you got? Come on. Show them what you got.
3rd and a lone yard coming up.
Trick play, coach.
On the quick, right?
Play it safe, boys. Get it done now.
Hands off here for Brooks. And he has it down officially to the red zone. Timeout's called. It's not their last one, though, so they can try another play before setting up for that field goal.
Kate, a fullback that gets you the hard yards. It gets you those first downs on 3rd down. Not too much different than that 3 wood in my golf bag. Just something trusty about it when I really need it.
They'll come up 1st and 10.
Freeze the defense. Come on, man. Play here. Come on. Keep the sticks moving. Keep them moving.
Running once more with Brooks. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. And with 2 seconds remaining in our contest, we're going to see what both teams decide to do with this final play. So now it's all up to Kaimi Fairbairn. From the same spot as an extra point here, 32 yards. The kick is good. He got it. And he drills the chip shot to win them this game.